Hi, it's me, Brigette, Love Steady Life, and it is time for our weekly energy report. Happy Monday or happy day, whatever day you're watching this. It is a gorgeous day in Miami. We've got a cold front, so that means it's like mid-60s today, which is cold for us, but it's glorious. So I'm just absorbing all of the beautiful weather vibes, and I'm shooting those at you with this report, just in case you're not happy with your weather. But I hope you will be happy with your weather, because you're in a divine place at a divine time, and everything is happening for a divine reason. I have a couple messages that Spirit has already shared with me this morning that I need to share with you. But I also have a couple decks out. I've got 2 tarot decks and an oracle deck, and I'm going to use those to also pull an intuitive message for us in a little bit. And before I get into channeling the message that I have queued up in my energy field, I want to let you know, in case you hear kids in the background, it's like happy children. I live right next to a little Montessori school, and they're at recess right now, so that's why. Thank you for holding space for me as I channel these energies. As you probably know, we are all experiencing a quickening. We're experiencing a quickening, and it's manifesting for each and every one of us in our lives in a different way. But it's the image I'm seeing is a jump rope, and how you're like watching the jump rope, and you gotta kind of sync up with the vibe before you can jump in. Especially like imagine double dutch, where you've got multiple things going on. You've got to look, you've got to be like, okay, and in. That's the current energy. So I've been talking about this in my posts and my story on Instagram here the past few days. The easy access to anxiety, or the easy access to mental turmoil, feeling mental pressure, or many thoughts or conflicting thoughts. The closer you get to the light, the more erratic the dark becomes. The closer you get to the light, the more dark that is stored, hidden within you, deep in the depths of your unconscious, naturally comes towards the surface like a magnet. The stronger the energy of the light, the more your shadow self naturally emerges to face it, because that is just how it goes here on this plane at this time in the human body if you've got a soul. That's just what's happening. I'm going to go a little deeper on that now. This manifests as a feeling of the quickening in energy, and whether this manifests as like an emotional stress or a mental stress, know that this is the feeling of getting closer to the light. And this is the feeling of you this is like if you're feeling anxiety right now, or mental stress, or some kind of, pressure, because it manifests in all different ways: mental body, spiritual body, energetic body, physical body. We all have different, whatever. It's going to access us. And that is where the darkness within comes out. And that is that feeling of stress and pressure, because it feels a little involuntary. Hey, I wasn't ready to have this epiphany about myself, and that I actually fucked up somewhere I could have done better, but it's too late now, and now I have to deal with the consequences. I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready to start having this random pain that is inconveniencing me and making me realize that I have shitty posture and I have to change. I need to give you one more example. So that was mental, and then that was physical. So an emotional version of this stress would be the feeling of anxiety, would be that feeling of anxiety. Hey Aisha, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Okay. Took a deep breath. Maybe you should take one too. I'm going to get deeper into the message. We experiencing a quickening in the energy body as manifested through stress that, again, can be many different kinds of stress. We feel the stress because we are being faced with evolution. And you have a choice. You don't have to evolve. You don't have to be influenced by these epiphanies that your spirit is offering you through the form of stress. You don't have to be influenced. You could just completely dissociate and detach from reality. You could just go completely to sleep and plug into the matrix. You could. You could just become a lower vibrational being and exist in hell on earth for as long as it's around. You do have that option. I don't want you to think that, like, just because the light is hitting everybody is going to be forced to become self-aware and forced to open their heart chakras and forced to align their chakras. Your spirit wants to do those things. So as the light gets stronger and hits us and affects our DNA and evolves us naturally, and the soul wants that, but there's the human, and that is the free will. And so we choose how we will interact with the energy. We choose. So, never feel like you don't have a choice. It's true, you don't have a choice about light codes hitting you. But you have a choice whether or not you'd like to integrate them. And so we experience a quickening in energy as we get closer to the light, as transformation becomes more and more available. But we can choose what label we put on that quickening of energy. We can look at it like, oh God, anxiety, oh God, oh. Or we can look at it, period. Or we can look at it. Observe. Interesting. I'm feeling like heart palpitations right now. Oh, that's anxiety. Oh, this physical experience. Like, what do I know? Oh, breathe deep. What is my body telling me? Get out of this environment because my psychic intuition is telling me it's unsafe. What is my body telling me? That I need to look behind me because I haven't checked my blind spot before I'm getting in the next lane. There's so many reasons why energy is going to trigger in your body. What is my body telling me? Oh, I'm about to respond in a way that's a habitual pattern. Or I have a trauma response that's been triggered and now I'm in survival mode. There's like so many things that can be communicated to us from us. Once we're willing to observe it and not kind of get taken down. It must be worst case scenario. Into the depths of hell I go. And so know that as you experience this quickening of energy, it's just that you're getting closer and closer to that jump rope. You're outside, but you're vibing closer and closer to its rhythm so that you can hop in and actually have a really good time. But before you're in there having that good time in that jump rope situation, you're on the outside and you're sensing and you're tuning in and you're tapping in and you're honing your frequency. That's what this feels like right now. That's what this energy is. And it's weird because it's kind of involuntary. It's like universe has pushed you right, or no, universe didn't push you. It's like universe, boom, put a jump rope right in front of you. And was like, hey, if you get on this jump rope, it could be the best fucking time in your life. If you get on this jump rope, you don't have to. You don't have to. You could experience extreme pain of missing out and regret. What if I would have just listened to my heart? What if I would have just went for that opportunity when it was offered to me? What if I would have just spoken my mind, spoken my heart, opened my mouth, and said something in the moment when I felt it was right? If you feel it is right, it's probably right. Your feeling body is really on. And so we got to take it to that next level now and have like an observational experience of our human experience. We feel pressure, we witness it. We let it happen because it's telling us something. Let it communicate with you. Let's start to get more detailed in how we're defining the experiences we're having. Like anxiety, mental stress, pressure. Something else is going on. Something else is going on. What we need to transform to evolve becomes more and more inherently clear the closer that vibrational reality gets to us. There are so many, know that we're multidimensional and there's a multitude of ways to describe this particular truth and light code I'm sharing with you. I'm just choosing to share it in this way, and it feels really, 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 really right. And so because we're multidimensional and there's this multitude, infinite number of parallel timelines available to us to align with at any time, depending on how we vibrate, aka manifestation, know that you are going to sense what those last bits of you that need to transform are, the more eligible you get for that ideal vibration, for that ideal reality. And that's why these past few energy reports, I've been saying, dream a big dream. What is like your best case scenario? What do you really, really want? Because the more you start to imagine that, the more your brain kind of starts to process how that might be. How that might be. And then you start to like realize the difference between your current reality and the reality that you really you want for yourself. You start to sense the difference in the vibration. And so there's this jump rope situation, right? You've got this thing that you've been visualizing. You've got this thing that you've been hoping for. And your energy body you've wanted it, right? You've set the intention that you want to manifest it. You've started working towards it, hopefully. And so this experience has been happening. When's it time to jump in, my loves? When's it time? Once you're ready, when you're at the perfect rhythm with the jump rope, jump in. Jump in, baby. And that's that feeling. It's like, oh God, I think I'm gonna jump in. I think I'm gonna jump in. It's like, I think I'm gonna jump in. Did you receive that light code? Words weren't right. It needed to be sounds. It's that like excitement, anxiety. It's like the last bits of you that are holding you back from everything you desire are coming up because they're like, yes, get rid of me. The body's like, yes, get rid of all this. Go, let's go. This is fantastic. This is what I've been wanting. Finally, here are the last bits of it. Okay. But instead, we're like little human, maybe. And we're feeling all this stuff come up and we're not really aware of the whole jump rope situation. And so instead, we just experience the pressure. And we just experience the pressure. Energy fluctuations and things happening in the body and us putting pre-existing labels on them. Oh, I'm just stressed. Oh, I just have anxiety. Oh, I just, my body just hurts sometimes. The divine communicates to you in many ways, but our most direct access and through line to the divine is the portal that's within you. There's a portal that rests on top of your solar plexus, and it's also your heart chakra, but it rests on top of your solar plexus. If you could imagine like your diaphragm, if you were to like look on top of your diaphragm, it looks like a galaxy to the universe because it's your direct portal to the universe. It's your direct portal to the divine, and that's how I channel messages. That's why I don't have to pull energy into my crown chakra to channel anymore. I can, sometimes I have to, but I much prefer to access the divine from within. And you can too. And together we are oracles. So as you can tell, I'm really digging this energy. And it feels really, really good to get that message out. But that wasn't the actual message I was planning on intuitively giving right now. That just came through once I opened up and started sharing. So that's kind of beautiful. I hope it resonates. I hope it helps. Let's take a deep breath together. That's so awesome. Okay. I was going to share this other thing that came to me earlier, but it just doesn't even compare to the vibration of the light codes that I just shared with you. So I'm not going to share that now anymore. So now what Spirit is telling me is that I should end this video and start a brand new video for our reading with the oracle cards and the tarot cards. So I hope this analogy helped. This analogy for the current cosmic energy and how we're all kind of feeling, in case you're feeling that quickening of the energy, whether it manifests as stress or pressure or mental turmoil. Take a deep breath and know that there's something much more complex going on inside of you, and every sensation that you have in the body this communication, potentially from the divine. So bear witness to it so you can discern what exactly it is. I love you.